If you've spent any amount of time playing Fortnite, then you have had to deal with tilt. Tilt is one of those things that frustrates us to no end. It causes us to just stop enjoying the game and to kind of want to quit in a lot of ways. But there is a reason that we tilt, and in this video today, I want to talk about why we tilt, the problems with tilting, why tilting is actually bad for us, and how to stop. I'm going to share 3 ways to stop tilting. So make sure you stick around all the way to the end. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to click subscribe, drop a comment down below, and leave a like. We'd really appreciate that. My name is Spider, and let's get into it. So why do we tilt? Well, there are a number of reasons for it, and the number one reason is because we are passionate. We love this game, we love the process of improving, and we know that we can play well. So when something happens that we consider to be unfair, that we feel is frustrating, when we didn't do something we knew we should, or when someone wins because of something that changes the playing field in their favor, we end up frustrated because we care. That is why we tilt. We care about the outcome, and therefore when the outcome is not what we think it should be, it gets frustrating. Now, if you repeat that over and over and over again for a long period of time, eventually you get to the point where tilt happens, where you are so angry and frustrated and upset with the game that you end up screwing yourself over, that you end up making decisions that don't make any sense because you are tilting. And another reason that many of us tilt is because we feel we deserve to do well. And you may not think that you feel this way, but you likely do. If you have been practicing, you've been grinding, you've been working on your mechanics in creative, doing edit courses, doing aim training, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time and the effort, and the outcome does not go in your favor, not because of you, but because of the servers, or because of controller players, or because of any number of other factors, we walk away feeling like we should have done better. We walk away feeling like we are so much better than that other person, and therefore we should have won. The only reason we didn't win was because of this, and this. And we start blaming everything except ourselves. And lastly, we tilt because we are disappointed in ourselves. We look back at the fight, we look back at the situation, and we think, I should have done this differently, I should have done this differently. And we get frustrated and we say, I know what I should do there. I know that I should go for that edit. I know that I should slow down and hit my shots. We start feeling disappointed in ourselves and beating up on ourselves, and that leads to tilting as well. But there are some major problems with tilting. There's some major issues with doing it because, number one, it makes the game less enjoyable. At the end of the day, I know that for many of you, this game is a potential career path or an existing career path. This is something that you love. This is something you want to do for a very long time and make a lot of money doing it. But at the end of the day, it is a game, and we have to remember that. If we're not enjoying it, if we are truly frustrated and angry every single time we play this game, then why are we playing it? If that's the case, we should switch to something else. Every single time we tilt, we make the game less enjoyable for ourselves, but it also has the side effect of stunting our ability to improve. Because we start blaming everyone else, we start blaming everything else instead of looking at our own actions and our own choices. It stops us from really looking at the situation and choosing to make a different choice next time, rather than just beating ourselves up, or just being frustrated, or just blaming the servers, or whatever it might be. And it also kills our motivation, because if we truly believe that the servers are the reason we're not good enough, that the servers or aim assist or whatever it might be is the reason we lost this fight, and if only that wasn't the case, then we would be incredible. If we truly believe that, then we're not going to be motivated to keep improving. We're not going to keep trying to get better, because what is the point? It won't matter how good we get if all of these bugs and issues still exist. So as frustrating as they can be, and the game truly is buggy. The servers truly are laggy at the moment. But as frustrating as that is, every single time we give in and we allow ourselves to tilt and to blame everything else, we kill our own motivation to keep going. So what I want to talk about now is 3 very specific ways that we can reduce tilt, that we can stop ourselves either when it's about to start or give ourselves space so that it doesn't get as bad as it could. So the first big way to stop tilting is to remember your why. Now, what do I mean by this? You aren't doing this. You aren't practicing every day. You aren't going through the edit courses and the aim courses and 1v1ing and trying your hardest in arena. You aren't doing it to win this specific game or this specific fight. And what I mean by that is the person you are facing off against right now, the person you just lost to, that wasn't the fight that you are practicing for. That wasn't the reason that you're putting all of this time in. Your ultimate goal, your ultimate reason is to improve. Now, of course, we want to see the fruits of our labor now. We want to see it show up in this particular fight. We want to be able to employ all of the tactics and techniques that we have developed. But if we are not able to in that particular moment, that does not mean that we have not improved. And ultimately, the goal is to improve. It's not just to perform right now. Any death that we experience in this game, any time we are eliminated, is a chance to make progress. It is a moment where we can reflect on what went wrong and what went well. It's a moment where we can look past all of the bugs and all of the server lag and question what put us in that situation in the first place. It is a chance to continue improving. And so with that mindset, if we can remember our why for doing this, every single time we lose becomes an opportunity rather than a loss. Now, the second way that you can stop tilting is to reconnect with what you enjoy. This game can be a grind. This game can take so much of the fun out of it. Sitting and cranking 90s or editing or aim training for hours is frustrating and boring, and it is a grind. Now, it is necessary if you want to improve, but it is a grind. And so sometimes if you are finding yourself getting frustrated in arena or in pubs even, or if you're doing 1v1s or zone wars, if you're finding yourself getting frustrated, it's important to stop for a moment and do something in this game that you actually find fun. Maybe that's just loading up into a pub match and pushing everybody you see. Maybe that is trying to do some kind of challenge, like a pistol-only challenge. Maybe that's building out a creative map of your own. Find something in this game that is still fun, that doesn't feel like a grind, and try to do that for a little while. Because you have to remind yourself why you play this game, why you enjoyed this game to begin with. Back when we all started, all of our friends played, everyone that we knew was on it, everyone was talking about it, and the game felt fun. But over time, it has become a grind, it has become a job. So it's important to reconnect with that fun from time to time in order to make the grind easier and reduce the chances of tilting. And then the last thing I want to recommend is to just take a break. Now, this isn't always possible. If you're in the middle of a tournament, if you have a time limit on your play, then it might not be possible. But momentum is real, and when you are tilting, when things are going negative, momentum is not in your favor. You have to change things up. If you are starting to get frustrated, you're going to play your next game really poorly. You're going to make decisions that you wouldn't have made otherwise. So take a break, step away, grab some water, maybe use the bathroom, eat something, get a snack, call a friend, vent to somebody, whatever you need to do, but disconnect from the situation. The more space you can create, the better off you're going to be. If you can remove yourself from the inciting incident and give yourself time to calm down and cool your head, you'll start to realize that the tilt doesn't come as quickly. Now, again, this isn't always possible. Sometimes you can give yourself 5 seconds of space, and sometimes you can give yourself an hour. But whatever you need to do, give yourself that moment. Give yourself a slight break in order to remove yourself from the situation. Now, if you are finding yourself already in the state of tilting, well, there's something I recommend you do, and I call it the 1, 2, 3 method. It's a very basic strategy. Just stop, take a deep breath, hold it, and as you are holding your breath, count to 3 and then exhale. If you aren't able to get up, if you're in the middle of a tournament and you need to queue for the next game, it gives you that moment. It allows you to go back into your own mind and step away from the situation. So I hope this helps those of you out there who are struggling with tilting. Tilting is not a great part of this game, but it is something that happens because we care. And it is because we care that we need to try and reduce it. So try the techniques that we talked through in this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what works for you. I would love to feature your comment in a future video when we tackle this topic again. I've been Spider. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to click subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.